moving into a new house. Should have been exciting, but the first night in our HOA neighborhood was ruined the second. Karen showed up clipboard in hand and nose in the air. My wife had just parked after a long day of work. She was still in her work, clothes and all. She wanted was to unload groceries, Karen. Stomped over shouting that she was breaking HOA rules by parking an unregistered vehicle. On the street, my wife explained. It was temporary, she had permits and full rights as a homeowner, but Karen didn't want to hear it. She pulled out her phone, called 911, and told the dispatcher a suspicious woman was parking illegally in the neighborhood. Minutes later, 2 officers rolled up lights. Flashing, Karen pointed at my wife, demanding they cuff her immediately. The officers asked politely for ID, and that's when my wife calmly reached into her bag and produced her credentials. She wasn't just some random neighbor, she was a federal agent. Both officers froze, checked the ID, then snapped to attention. One even apologized directly to her, calling her ma'am, while Karen's jaw hit the ground. She screamed that HOA rules were above the law, but the officers turned on her, telling her filing false reports and wasting emergency resources could be criminal, and that interfering with a federal officer on her own property was beyond. Serious neighbors came out filming the entire meltdown. Karen turned red, trying to backpedal, but the damage was done. The officers gave my wife a respectful nod and told Karen this was her final warning. The best part came days later when the board held an emergency meeting and voted Karen out because nobody wanted legal heat from the federal government. And now whenever my wife walks down the street, the same neighbors who once whispered behind Karen's back wave at her like she's a hero, while Karen hides in her house humiliated. So if you love seeing Karens crumble under real power, smash that subscribe button, because the next story is even crazier.